Alright, my name is Mr. Roman from the Bible. I predicted the pandemic in 2016 when God told me very directly, and it actually happened in 2020. And tons around the world died. With investigative proof. Understand, it is because you misdistribute your attention elsewhere where it shouldn't be. Our duties as helping hands in manpower are building, harvesting, spreading the good word, making it a fun, happy environment. Don't blind yourself. We've had enough of those egos. This is a generation and era where we'll never see crime. We'll never be as stupid as the ones before us. You know how obviously short-lived it is. We do not need any more stupid people. And it's never one or two trying to hide. And then they're over here creating conflict amongst peaceful environments when there's no need. It's fucking exhausting. And you lose your life. So it's obvious that somebody's messing with the communities, and it's probably like your partner's jealous, I don't know what it is, and then they confuse you and say, oh, all they have to say, oh, it's them, after creating trauma on you. And then you're putting innocent people through it, and then you make it like an issue, and it escalates, and then you get confused. You need to stop that. Because you know everybody on the ground, we're in great relations. And we care for one another at all times. So it's best to always address the obvious problem and understand how to always be sustained and keep a great life. So we ignore it. We ignore it and we make sure we continue being there for one another, because that is disease prevention. Our neighbor country's health is a reflection of our health. What if someone put in position to lead, doing a great job, right? Following the rules, has the same within healthy habits, building, harvesting, teaching new life, learning all languages in the world, but then somebody fancies their position and is uneducated and thinks they have to be put in position to be taken serious. So then they're jealous of their leaders in their country, and then they inflict harm on them, and then all they have to do is blame all the partners and their surroundings, and then they're already trying to put words in everybody's mouths and make it look like our surroundings have something to do with that shit when it's not even that. I'm showing you evidence on what's fucking happening. I'm not one to be recording my hospital visits or my eye exams, or I'm not one to be recording anything, to be honest. Especially when my life is on the line and they're trying to poison me in the world, but we already eliminated that threat. Literally, dude, like, it's enough is enough, man. It's very exhausting. There's a great life to live. Anyways, just ignore it if you're going through it, and you just be kind and caring to all, right? And you always just start. Don't confuse yourself. Start with those healthy wage increases, you know, after tax withholdings, after medical insurance withholdings, every you see how they try to get in the way and really like make you speak intentionally when I meant to say literally every pay period $10-$20 every pay period for a guaranteed wage increase every 3 months. And I'm not one to be stuttering. I'm not one to be having my speech interrupted like that. I'm seeing it a lot with everybody in the world, like no favorites, even people like some of our leaders, and it's happening all over the world, and that shouldn't be. I don't know why you're doing this, dude. Like, your surroundings are just gonna rot. People are not gonna be motivated to work. That's why I'm seeing doctors get confused. You're trying to mind control doctors, our troops. I don't know what, like, I don't know what you want, dude. I mean, you know? Anyways, just ignore it. Build, harvest with corrections and detainees. It's very mandatory that you don't be impulsive with these situations, right? And you always know that you are a teacher, all right? And you're always going to be, kind and caring, and that's all we always see. To, you know, um, all of our military, police, border patrol, very kind, caring, always providing job opportunities with corrections, building, harvesting. Start with building, get some seeds of your own, livestock of your own. You're already going to have that healthy wage increase that's mandatory by law. Every pay period, $10, $20, all employees for a guaranteed wage increase every 3 months. All right, that's very, very important. And so just make sure that you do that. And you remain within those healthy habits at all times. All right, because we don't need any more people always like that don't want to see anything good in everybody. When, dude, God is good all the time. God is good all the time. There's a good person in everybody. You need to be very understanding, and it took a lot of forgiving to get to this point. Now all of our kids all over the world are best of friends and very excited to be with each other and always remain, So if it's our elders and it's not even a handful of individuals, dude, stop being childish. You have not even that much life left to live. Don't be selfish. You're gonna burn in hell because you're trying to take blessings away from everybody else in the world, and we're not the problem. We're still forgiving you. We're still ignoring it. Everybody that comes out of the door, they come outside for what? A house, clothes, food, brand new car. We solved all of those problems. Don't confuse yourself. If you don't know where to start, that's okay. That's why your partners, that's always been your partners, especially Mr. Roman from the Bible. The reason why everybody in the whole world is breathing and alive today, or everybody would have been dead. And don't forget, we keep saving your ass when they keep on talking shit and don't want to see anything good about you. Right? So please be forgiving. Please make it a habit to always remain in those healthy habits, dude. We're not skipping the process. We're learning new languages that we have to all learn together from every part of the world. That is disease prevention. Keeping everybody used to each other is very, very important. So always keep exhaling. We are not skipping any steps, and we are not going to mislead Helping Hands and Manpower. We're living in a brand new day, a better today. Anybody speaking about war, conflict, misleading our troops, service members to war, conflict, on combat, you guys are on your own. You are on your own. No more adapting and giving power to one or two people. Adapting to a shitty life everybody obviously doesn't want. Over time, take a look on how much time you wasted. Take a look. It all starts by being real with it. It all starts by, hey, getting down to, letting you know what's short-lived. Because you're over here knocking down other people, and we just know that you were desperately wanting a great life. So why can't you know how to keep it and obtain it? Because all of our fucking education and training is for a great life, for peace on earth. What don't you fucking get? You're already blinding yourself at that point. When you keep on like talking about combat and combat, you're just walking out the door, and then it's not even a handful with toxic mindsets that go out, and they just what? So just stop all of that toxic stuff. Those days are over. You always spread the good word, billboards of helping hands, and kind gestures, and building for the community. And that's not even half of it. You need to remain constant because life produces extremely rapidly. You deserve a great life to live, and that's exactly what you are going to be guaranteed. How else were we going to know what we were working with? Over time, you can tell what's shit and what's obviously short-lived. You come out of the house to keep getting fed. You come out of the house for a great life. So know how to keep it coming. And know how your surroundings don't rot. And I'm speaking to everybody in the world. I'm the reason you're breathing. I am not going to be favoriting nobody. These are our rules in healthcare, mandatory by law, that we have created our great equity in great relations on a great life. To bless others is to bless yourself. To bless others is giving yourself a life to live and privacy. When you have the same life, a lot of stuff becomes understanding. What starts to happen if you think you have order or power over certain situations, they're going to feel like they have to be dependent on you, and then you're going to gasp for air, and then you're going to look like intimidating, and then over time they realize, oh shit, they don't fucking need you in the first place because we have the majority of the whole world. So you build. You keep building. You keep harvesting. Stay within the business. Always increase those healthy wages. Very healthy by law. $10, $20 every pay period after tax withholdings and medical insurance withholdings for a guaranteed wage increase every 3 months. That's going to create extra funding for new employees, for uniforms, for new equipment, for vehicles, and you already know how to get extra funding from our checks and the people. Understand, we're paying you in your checks. Taxpayer money, you can't switch the narrative. That's all it comes down to. The only way how you actually became funded and became great is through building education, bringing understanding. There's work to be done, caring for the animals and caring for their environment. You'll see how much money becomes worthless going into, some unknown territories or ground, and then out of nowhere, the money becomes useless. So what's gonna happen? You have to put that value into it, right? That's not even that. The people have to know what rules to follow and how to chop lumber, how to clean their food, how to clean their water, the importance on keeping every of their surroundings healthy, the importance on how you need and must be kind to every single individual, and that is why your privacy is understood. So building and harvesting and doing all of these tasks that everyday Americans and everyday civilians do everywhere around the world, retail, event planning, hiking, sporting, anything that you do. Spreading the good word, that guarantees trust, understanding, healthier environments. It's very, very important that you never lose sight of that. And that is how, when you always remain in that right direction, the obvious problem always presents itself. Every time. Just stay in good standings with everybody, and you'll be great. You know? And when it becomes a very chaotic mess, it's never a go-to to be out here creating combat or acting impulsive in combat. It's never your go-to, and it should never be your go-to, because that is not going to be ensuring anybody a great life. And then it ravels and it escalates, and then like they make up things within the community, and then little do you know, it's a fucking civilian from somebody, and then they have access to the same information. Dude, it's a humongous world. You will not be happy. So you always remain good. We literally eliminated all crime, war everywhere around the world, so it's never going to be. We already know how short-lived it is. Those were the stupid ones. They shouldn't have been at all doing any of that or talking about any of that. We need to build. You need to know how to get it. Everybody must remain under healthy living standards at all times. So what do we start off with first? Those healthy wage increases. Every pay period, $10, $20, every employee. For a guaranteed wage increase every 3 months. Get a building crew going with corrections. You build side by side. It builds trust, understanding, healthy environments. And within every building project and land surveyed, you're going to do that healthy wage increase within every source of income. And that's going to be a separate account in the bank for healthcare aid for every single one of you to remain in great standing at all times. And then you can slowly get to all of your consumptions. Make all drugs, healing plants legal, providing demand for helping hands and caring hands on all of our consumptions, having everything seen, having everything visible and known, not encouraging harmful things to be made unseen. And those that have their hands on it, you invite them for job opportunities. You start them off on payroll, and that payroll keeps on going up with the healthcare mandatory guidelines that you need to follow by law. $10, $20 every pay period after withholdings on taxing and all of that. For a guaranteed wage increase every 3 months, that never stops. That's way more than $1 trillion offered to you. That's way more than what they're making. And then you build with each other, care for your consumption. Every old car needs to be brought in so it can be melted for new moldings, for new makes and models. Be brought in so every person can have a brand new vehicle. Understand health care. Understand you do not want to be gasping for air. Understand the good word and the importance on being kind to every single person. Because that alone, being kind, teaching, cleaning, it's that motion, and it's that motion that has your body talking to itself. It amplifies that health to the extreme. Godly health, godly beauty. Everybody must remain under healthy living standards at all times. And I want to clarify something as well. When I predicted the pandemic with my professional colleagues around the world, because it's no secret that we've always been involved internationally. Left alone, always blessing, knowing how to keep it coming, and that is it. But when we see sickness and the misdistributing of attention, it's important that you remain firm and constant with that right direction and never forgetting our duties. We are builders, teachers, always learning every single language all over the world. Constantly, every workplace, school themed, make it fun. We're not gonna have no people put in position and always talking shit. Alright? So just make sure that you understand that I have nothing to do with any medications or vaccines administered. Those are for the professionals, right? But when God says something's gonna happen, and when somebody knows with real life evidence on how these things happen, how disease and sickness occurs, with real proof, no bullshit, and you see it within your own lives, somebody that knows what they're talking about and knows how and knows what they're saying at all times should not be messed with. So please don't mess with me. I don't mess with you, I don't bother you, I just bless and I know how to keep it coming. And that is it. You're left alone, you understand the importance, and you know how to have a great life, and that is it. So just, keep on caring for each other. Keep on being there for each other. And God will reward us. You'll understand. Let God fight your battles. Put all your trust in God. And God will never fail you. The same healthy habits that's going to take us to the next planet and the next planet and the next planet beyond Pluto. If they could literally document that Pluto is existing, it just says, how far have we gotten that's undocumented, that now they're letting the new life see for themselves. And staying with God, God will take you beyond your imagination. I never doubted God for a second, and you shouldn't either. Just be kind, always direct on how to keep a great life. Keep it simple. There's work to be done. New life produces extremely rapidly. Always bringing understanding is very, very important. God bless.